You know, I love all types of cars, four-wheel drive, sports cars, and good old Australian muscle. But the thing is, they're good at things and they're bad at things. Well, like a four-wheel drive, it'll let you go off-road, but try and park one, it's a little bit of a pain. And sports cars, try and take one of them off-road and chances are you're not going to get home. I mean, why doesn't a manufacturer introduce a small SUV that will allow you to zip through the city? Well, I'm proud to introduce you to the all-new Ford EcoSport, and I tell you, this little baby is going to change motoring. Trust me. To be frank, it looks like the shoe of a basketballer, but it is Ford's answer to a growing demand in Australia for smaller SUVs that are capable of both the city run and a bit of a knock around if you need it. Now, if you're a fan of Ford, you would have noticed that this car has hints of the Ford territory in its overall design and feel. If you're more astute, you would have noticed that this car is full of contradictions, and it all starts with its name. I mean, it's economical, but it's sporty. It's compact, but you don't feel cramped when you drive in it. And it's environmentally friendly, but I can tell you, this car is no hippie. But don't let first impressions fool you. There's much more to this car than meets the eye. Now, the EcoSport comes with a 200mm clearance, which is much more than standard cars. Now, that means that curbs and potholes are no longer an obstacle. That fact alone would make my mum a much better driver. The approach and departure angles are also impressive, so you won't be catching your bumpers on anything anytime soon. Now, most four-wheel drivers turn their nose up at SUVs because they're, well, not four-wheel drives. They're kind of cars pretending to be four-wheel drives. They're SUVs. Well, that's the thing with the EcoSport. It's not pretending to be a four-wheel drive. It's not pretending to be an SUV. It's an SSUV, a small sports utility vehicle. And what it has above a car is it's not going to stop you from leaving the city and experiencing a little bit of light off-roading. This car is going to let you put your toe in. You can get the EcoSport in a 1.5 litre regular petrol engine, but the one you really want is the 1.5 litre turbo that comes in either a 5-speed manual or the very popular 6-speed double clutch auto. It's super smooth with a large torque band, so you'll always be pulling with grunt. Now, when it comes to driving the EcoSport, it's best summed up by the word fun. I mean, it really is fun, and it's easy too. On busy roads, it's easy to manoeuvre. And when it comes to parking, it's just so simple. And it's followed up by the EcoSport's impressive interior. The glove box is refrigerated and it's big enough to hold 6 drinks. There's a sliding drawer underneath the passenger side seat and there's hidden pockets and shelves all over the cabin. Now, when it comes to luggage capacity, the EcoSport doesn't break any records, but you do get more than you'd expect. That's because Ford have bucked the current trends, removed the spare wheel out of the boot and stuck it here on the tailgate. Now, I know what you're thinking, that would make the tailgate very heavy to lift, but Ford have thought of that, and their answer is opening the tailgate to the side. Look at that, told you, more luggage space than you'd expect. Now, if you're looking for an indication that the EcoSport is the beginning of a new generation of car, then you need look no further than the Ford's Sync system. You know how drivers aren't supposed to touch the phone when they're driving, but some still secretly attempt to? Well, the Sync system in the EcoSport removes the temptation by letting you simply talk to your car, and it does everything from answering calls to changing the radio station for you. Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth audio, please say a command.
Play.
Play all.
The EcoSport's LCD screen positioned in the centre of the dash is surrounded by all the latest technology you'd expect in a car as smart as this one. The cabin is comfortable, and if you choose the leather option, you'll find driving it a pleasure. Now, the EcoSport is a brand new model, and there's no better person to introduce the model than Mr. John Hughes himself. How are you, sir?
Thank you.
John, EcoSport. It's a new design from Ford. Love it.
Well, Ford started, if you wanted the large SUV, you go for the Ford Territory, then you come down a little bit to the Cougar. But if you want something still very family friendly, but not too big and amazingly economical, this all new model is the EcoSport, as you say. It's the top of the range Platinum. It's got fantastic luxurious leather, 6-speed Tiptronic automatic, alloy wheels, cap price servicing. And the engine, which is a 1.5 turbocharged, which gives tremendous economy, has got the same power as you used to get not many years ago in the 3.3 6-cylinder Falcon. It's fantastic.
So it's everything you need, but in a compact size.
Exactly.
And that's what everyone's looking for at the moment.
Exactly, yes. And, you know, brand new with the new car warranty for $29,400 drive away. Pretty good value.
At a time where buyers are demanding the best possible fuel economy, versatility, and above all, safety. And let's not forget all the gizmos and gadgets they want thrown into their cars these days. The all-new small sports utility vehicle from Ford could be a big hit. To find out more about the Ford EcoSport, go to johnhughes.com.au or, of course, follow the links from ZoomTV. Now here on ZoomTV, I'm the first to admit when I get things wrong. I have the chance to do that right now. I tell you what, this here is not called the Ford EcoSport. It's actually got a silent H in it. So silent, they don't even print it on the back of the car. It's actually pronounced the Ford EcoSport. So if you're looking for one, make sure you get the Echo right. After the break, I'm in New South Wales catching up with Paul Wakeling Motor Group. Thanks to Asanda. That's next on ZoomTV.